yeah, welcome back everyone to another episode of All Gas, No Trash, where today we are going to bring you an album review. I say kind of.
Or the lack thereof.
It's like, it's a review, but I mean, Jesus Christ, this is terrible. This is, well, whatever. I guess we'll save that for when we get into it. But this is off of The Cure's new album. What was it called? The Lost Worlds or something like that?
Songs of the Lost World.
God damn, even the name is... Man, it would have been cool, like you said, if they would have done something about, like, dinosaurs or some shit.
Like the Lost World. Like, there's an entire planet of fucking dinosaurs.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Maybe some Cadillacs. I don't fucking know.
Oh, dude, yeah, fucking put some Cadillacs and some dinosaurs in that bitch, man. You got... I sold. I would have been all fucking in. But anyways, before we get into that, if you want to support us, you can go to Game Rage Magazine on YouTube, where we are desperately in need of subscribers. We need 18 more subscribers to hit our goal, all right? You guys have kind of shown up, and you've kept that number going higher, or kept the number that we need lower, but we still need it to keep going down to zero. We need 18 subscribers, so please, help us out. And if you listen to us, but you don't want to be associated with us, because yes, I know, Game Rage Magazine, All Gas, No Trash, we say shit that people don't like, all right? We say shit that's controversial. I get it. But you enjoy it nonetheless, and you still listen. So please do us a solid, create a fake Gmail account, create a fake YouTube channel or a YouTube account, and just fucking subscribe with that so we get the counting, all right?
Yeah.
Just do that, okay? It's fair enough, right? Because I know some of you motherfuckers that listen to us. I know some of you. And I know you don't want to listen to us because you're involved in the music industry. And I know that you can't fucking, like, subscribe because, man, if people found out, you'd maybe get in trouble. But now they don't have to find out. It's a secret, right? Anyways... Also follow us on social media, Game Rage Magazine, Instagram, and TikTok, at Game Rage Mag, Twitter/X. You can follow this show and Adam here. If you don't fucking already do it, just go do it. It's All Gas, No Trash Official on Instagram. I got straight into it, so I forgot to say, I'm Josh, he's Adam. All right, here we go. The Cure.
If they haven't figured it out in the last 50 episodes.
Fuck, man, I feel like it's been more than that, but whatever. I guess.
Dude, I was looking at her shit on the RSS because the website proper... Because you can go on there and see all the episodes, but now it paginates it. So you have 16 pages of fucking.
Episodes.
I don't know what the count. I don't know what the count is. If it does 10 fucking 10 per page. But
God damn, that's interesting.
16 pages. I was thinking, fucking A, man. Did a lot of work.
I can tell you what the number is right now. Let me just look on Apple fucking Podcasts at all. Oh, look. Here, there's Talk Tua fucking coming up in my feed.
Oh, gross.
Disgusting.
That's not a promotion.
No, it's not.
It's condemnation.
It's condemnation. Yeah, it's fucking disgust and disdain. We have episodes. Let's see. It says... See all 80. We've done 80 fucking episodes of All Gas, No Trash alone in the last year, basically.
Interesting.
So that's pretty much cool. We also have one review saying, excellent show, so much fun, 5 stars.
I don't know who that is, but whatever.
I don't know, but whatever, fuck them. All right.
Actually, we should be sending the flowers.
I mean, actually, we should. Fuck, man.
Instead, we say fuck them.
Well, you know what? It's too late. We already said fuck them. But anyways, also, if you guys could go to iTunes if you listen on that and rate 5 stars and say how we're great. We can say fuck you on the show. That'd be awesome. Anyways, all right. Let's get into this fucking nonsense of a fucking album.
No, this is... I don't think this is going to involve...
Oh, we're just going to talk shit about it then.
Yeah.
All right. So, you said you listened to 30 seconds of every track.
No.
Right?
I listened to the first 2 tracks, which were Alone, and what was the other track called?
And Nothing Is Forever.
That way to start off the album... That was enough for me to get agitated because this is The Cure.
Yeah.
I give them a pass strictly for the fact that they're notable for being post-punk, goth, all that shit. And, their sound has evolved over the years and shit.
Yeah.
But their last album, I think, was in 2006 or 8.
16 years ago was their last album release.
So where does that put it?
This is 2024, 2008? Yeah, no, 2006. Oh, wait. What did I say? 16? Yeah, 2008. Fuck, man.
Yeah, it was like 4. Was it called 14?
It was their
13th Dream.
Yeah.
Fourth. Yeah.
And it was fucking 16 years ago.
So
why?
That's what. Okay, these guys obviously are popular enough that people are willing to go pay these exorbitant amount of money or dollars to go watch the carcasses of these people, these shells of people, Robert Smith and company. But this was not the way to open an album. To do 2 tracks that were essentially 7 minutes long. It's such a spit in the face to the listener to expect them to listen for that long and then take 2 to 3 fucking minutes to get to any vocals or lyrics. Fuck me, dude.
I agree. 14 fucking minutes they wasted. They spent of our time for these first 2 songs. Now I did listen to the first 3 tracks because I figured, I'll give it like a third. I mean, there's 8 songs. That's kind of a third. I'll give it a third and see where it goes.
Yeah.
And then I tapped out after the third time. Like, I can't fucking do this. Which I will say, the fact that they went out of that first song, they went really the first 2 songs. We essentially got 3.5 minutes of what I deemed as the most expensive hold music that I've ever fucking heard in my life. Because who knows how much it cost them to fucking make this thing, right? Like, and what they're gonna make on it. And to license this song would basically just be for hold music for the first 3.5 minutes. Like I had said, I thought a guy from India was gonna come on and say, "Thank you for calling Verizon. My name is Jim from Ohio. How may I help you?" Like I was expecting that at the outset of this when it was done, and I was like, "Oh wait, here's some asshole fucking singing songs."
I get the meaning behind it sonically and how it ties into the titular name of the album, that it's Songs of a Lost World. So you have these long distorted guitars or drawn out guitar sounds to simulate that this is distant and far and shit. But one thing that you could say about The Cure is that melody is one of their strengths, and this thing is fucking deprived of fucking melody, and it just drones on. It's monotonous. It's not interesting. And then you get to Robert Smith's vocals, which is what you would expect of him, 14 years after the fact. What was it? 16 years after the fact?
16 years after the fact.
This was not necessary. In fact, like, I almost wish that Robert Smith had not put this album out, because now this is to the detriment of his own legacy. This album is gonna be the bookend of his career, presumably, if he decides that, because I think this is it. I think this is them reaching the end of their touring years, or their this is like the capitulation of The Cure itself, and this was not a great way to close it out. In fact, I would say ending at 413 Dream in 2008 would have been a better capstone for them as opposed to this, because I mean, I will say for this album there are 2 tracks that are semi-interesting, one of them being called Drone No Drone, or I can't remember the title of it.
Drone No Drone, yeah.
That was one of the more interesting tracks in the album, and it felt like The Cure kind of tapping into something that they hadn't really dabbled with. It's like U2 redefining their sound in like the late 90s to 2000s, that they were trying to find where they were going to go, and it seems like The Cure was kind of getting to that, but then they go right back to this like monotonous bullshit again, and then they have a 10-minute track for track number 8, the very last track of the fucking album, and I'm like, dude, you can't ask us to listen for 30 minutes of just nonsense for 3 tracks.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
So here's what I think is happening. I think that they're a nostalgia act at this point, right?
Yeah, they're a legacy band.
And I think that with the rise in popularity of the nostalgia acts now, essentially coming back and making a shit ton of money.
They haven't gone away though either.
No, they haven't, but they haven't come out with anything new. So I will say and it's very interesting, their 2023 tour was the last tour that did. It was called Shows of a Lost World. So now we get Songs of a Lost World, where they made 8 fucking tracks, so they can presumably go out on a new tour. The previous tour that they did before that we have like record of, I mean, that's like documented, was in 2016, and they made 18 million. Well, their 2023 tour, they grossed $37.5 million, which is the highest that they've ever made on tour. Okay, so now maybe they're like, oh shit, son, there's money to be made here, especially if you come out with some new bullshit. All these assholes are gonna want to see us perform it live, right? The new stuff. That's the reason they made this fucking album. And now there's going to be there was no tour, and I will say this, there was no tour in 2024, right? Also, they removed all of their previous tours from their website. It says data not found or page not found for their previous tour in 2023. They just got rid of it. They have no upcoming shows listed. I think that they're going to see how this album sells. And if I don't know what the number is, but if it hits whatever number that is, I guarantee you we will see a 2025 North American tour.
Or they create the demand by pushing it off as long as possible. And then abruptly sometime in the year be like, all right, we got 10 dates. Yeah. Come out and
because when did this album come out?
It came out this week.
So it's just new. Songs of a Lost World.
It just came out Friday.
Sales. Let's see. Do we have any solid numbers of fucking sales yet? No, we don't really have anything else.
I don't know how they do it, because now it's like 10 streams is one...
Streams?
10 streams is like one album being purchased or something. Or translates to one album being purchased.
I don't know. But,
I don't fucking know.
Well, there's no data yet out, essentially, regarding this, so...
Regardless, I think this album is not permissible, dude. This is unacceptable for a band that's a legacy act. Well, fuck it. They can do whatever the fuck they want. But to put out this shit and expect the audience to abide by it with 3 tracks that can get closer to 10 minutes than...
Hot garbage, man. I mean, 14 fucking minutes they wasted in the first 2 songs, and literally half of it is just... It's instrumental. It's like, all right, listen.
Not even good instrumental. It's deprived of fucking melody.
Right. It's just the same nonsense. It's hold music. That's what I'm saying. It's elevator music. It's hold music. It's whatever... droning monotonous music in the background you want to fucking do. And I also did say this, like, about, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. Let's make a new album that reminds everyone about the one thing that we all unequivocally hate together, which is being placed on hold or the music that's in elevators. Why would you want to make an album that emanates that fucking vibe? You know what I'm saying? That's dumb. Like, what the fuck are they thinking?
Yeah, and it comes as odd to me. This is the same band that made Just Like Heaven, that made Close to Me, that made Boys Don't Cry. Yeah. Those type of songs that everybody knows off the top of their head, regardless of what fucking age you are, in most cases. And to present this fucking album as abstract as it is, or like sonically, that you're just kind of accepting it because, oh, this is the Cure presenting this idea of a lost world. Man, suck my fucking ass, dude.
Well, here's the deal. Right now, as it sits, 98% of the viewers or people that read this or listened to this album liked it.
No, right? There's no way.
98%.
But consider this. These are the sycophants. These are the zealots of the Cure.
It's the fucking
are pushing it up and saying this is time and a half. I just can't.
Okay, now listen to this. The New York Post. How the Cure, back after 16 years, made the best rock album of 2024.
No.
The Daily Texan. The Cure takes disintegration to a new level with Songs of a Lost World. That was the most glowing review, I guess. But I can't. Okay, the Cure review. An intimate, poignant. Oh no, that's just the show. Oh, this was the fucking. Oh, what? They played. Oh, Jesus Christ. They went Songs of a Lost World in full at a London concert. That was a day ago.
Let me check album of the year, because that's kind of like a.
What's it called?
Album of the year. The website.
Oh, okay.
It kind of aggregates scores from critics and also users, and this should be one of the top ones. One of the top albums featured.
Let's just see what it says, because I'm curious.
Because there was one asshole, I think, that said something akin to what we're saying. Let me see. Songs of a Lost World, 91 critic score, 87 user score. I think that's horseshit.
That is fucking lies, man. Well, again, maybe it's not lies, because like you said, it's the zealots, the sycophants, it's the diehards that will do
for
anything.
Decades and decades, forever and ever.
And that's the thing, too. I mean, again, Metallica. Okay, listen, I'll say this. I'm not going to be a hypocrite here, because I will tell you straight up. I love Metallica, right? Metallica's been around for...
Everybody loves Metallica.
What?
Everybody loves
Right, but they've been around for what, 40 years now at this point, basically? If Metallica puts out a new album, I'm gonna love it, all right? I'm gonna fucking say it's amazing. That's what's happening with this Cure shit. The difference is I'm not a fucking Cure mark, whereas I'm a mark for Metallica. That's the true difference.
All right. I need you to pause it for a second, because I gotta find...
All right, let me pause it.
I want to see what the most negative reviews have to say. So, but I want to get to... I want to find it first before...
Right.
I don't want to waste time
Yeah,
looking for it.
bullshitting around. All right, let me pause it real quick. All right, we're back. All right, what do you got for me?
All right, so I sorted by the worst rated, what people had written in the worst cases.
Yeah.
So we got one person saying bad mixing, drowsy vocals, and dated production, and every song sounds like it's going for and doing the exact same thing. There is zero variety. I feel like that's on point.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
One person had written, brother, what is this mix? Everything sounds so airy and shallow, especially when it gets loud on a fragile thing. The drums have a punch, but they're mixed lower than the bass, which is super present. When the guitars get loud, they're totally airless and only make the mix sound like jumbled and unclear. I can't with this fucking album. And then one person had written, you pretentious critics who rate this a 9 or a 10 wouldn't care for it if it wasn't labeled The Cure. I genuinely don't understand how you could like this album. Literally every single song builds up instrumentally for like 2 minutes or more before Robert finally enters the song sounding great, but his singing melodies are identical throughout this entire album. The structure of the songs are identical. This is just a lazy attempt in my opinion. The concept of the album is pretty compelling, but it needs more variety. Also, the production is very poor. The bass sound doesn't fit the vibes at all. Favorite song, Fragile Thing.
Real quick, just to expand on that a little bit, I do think that 100%, if this same exact album was made by a band that was maybe, this is their second, maybe, or third album, they would get shredded fucking alive. And especially if this is their debut album, they would be murdered by the critics, all right? And again, that guy lady makes a very good point about how, people like this just because it says The Cure on it. That's 100% I believe is true.
There's no conceivable way that this is good. I think a lot of people are blowing smoke up their ass. I don't even know what record label The Cure belongs to at the moment, but they probably have a lot riding on this album. Therefore, they probably reached out to every major publication and newspaper to say, hey, say something nice or we're going to have a problem.
Say something nice and we're gonna have a problem. Well, guess what? You can be rest assured here at Game Rage Magazine and All Gas No Trash that we do not get any money from any of these assholes.
It hurts.
So we can have a problem. All right, we don't give a fuck. We encourage problems.
It hurts hearing this album, knowing that this is the end of their fucking career, presumably.
Yeah, what a shitty way to go down, man.
And
all right, I have to fucking click the album.
This is the worst music yet that I've heard from The Cure. And a far cry.
Dude, there's like 5 fucking labels associated with this.
What the fuck?
Fiction, Lost, Polydor, Universal, and Capitol. Like, what the fuck,
Capitol
man?
Records?
Yeah, Universal Music Group and Capitol Records are also on this, listed on this as the label for this album. Which is insane. Look at that, recorded 2019 to 2022. They recorded this fucking 2 years ago, over 2 years ago. And they waited on this 8 fucking song piece of nonsense. They waited on this to put it out.
Gothic rock. That's appropriate.
Yeah, that is appropriate. But like essentially them saying, hey, you know what? Maybe we should record an album. Let's do our tour. And then when the touring, because they started recording this in 2019. Maybe when the touring fucking falls off.
It took 3 years to make this shit?
It says recorded from 2019 to 2022, yeah.
Dude, it probably took 1 year for one fucking song because it was 7 goddamn minutes.
Jesus Christ, that's terrible. Man, I would...
This is not the swan song that you would expect from... Like, if there was an end to The Cure, this is not how I would imagine it. And this is one of the worst things that they could have done. And I think this is going to outlive the legacy of The Cure. This is going to be a growing blemish, a cancer, a parasite on a legacy that should have been remembered for the good things, the good songs that we all remember, and it's capstoned by this horrible bullshit.
And it's the first studio album that they made since 1982's Pornography to contain only 8 songs.
8 songs.
So for the last, I don't know, what is that, 1982 to now is what, 40 fucking years? 42 years. In 42 years, they have not fucking made an album with only 8 fucking songs on it. So... And now they put this shit out.
Yeah, so this wasn't really exactly...
Do you think this does taint their legacy, though?
It does. It does.
Do you think it ruins it? Do you think it fucking... They deserve to be fucking flogged?
Well, apparently people have other ideas about this album, but I could tell that that's just the meat writing getting in the way and the glazing, as the youngsters say.
The glizzy glazing.
I just don't believe it, man. I really have... I'm not convinced that people really feel this way. And maybe, dude, people, 30 years later will say this album is ahead of its time and all this shit. Yeah.
That's the bullshit.
I have a feeling that this is the exact same thing that's going to happen, is that maybe there's going to be other people that write reviews and shit, and they're going to have conflicting ideas. But then 30 years later, it'll be cool to like this fucking album, because there are artists that release like these really questionable albums, and then 30 years later we say, oh no,
it was just ahead of the time.
It's the counterculture thing to pick an album that nobody likes and saying that you like it, that it's cool to stand out that way. Oh no, I like Radiohead's I don't know what fucking album that people hated. For Metallica, fucking Saint Anger.
Oh, Saint Anger, everybody hated that album. Yeah. Same thing with what was the other album? I think it was Death Magnetic.
King of Limbs for Radiohead would probably be that album. Oh no, it was way ahead of its time.
Yeah, same. Death Magnetic, everybody fucking hated, and then but again, I don't think it was ahead of its time. Death Magnetic was the same shit that they always did, but we just like that same old shit. But guess what? With Metallica, we like that same old shit, all right? So they got the formula down. They don't need to change it.
Yeah.
And I don't think they should have changed. I think they should have just fucking... I don't know if they even needed to do a new album.
I think they need to do a lesson on melody. Maybe. That's the foremost thing, because this thing was deprived of it.
Yeah, it was. You know how, like, you ever heard that saying where it's they've been in the music or the business so long that they've forgotten more than then we'll ever know? That's, I think, where they're at right now. They've forgotten more about making music than any of us will ever know, and now they're just fucking back to kind of like, oh yeah, we can't really do the basics anymore.
Because the people, they're surrounded by fucking yes men.
That's true.
Legions of fans that think they're everything they do, even if it's shit, could be a turd.
Yeah.
People say it's the greatest thing ever.
True story.
Well, anyways,
you got anything else to add?
The non-album review.
Yeah.
There you have it.
I'm gonna change to that. The non-album.
I'm sure we'll get death threats and how we.
Oh, I will say this: if you're a Cure fan and you want to throw down, you know where to fucking find us. You send me a fucking email or send me a goddamn whatever. We'll fight you in the street. We don't give a fuck. All right. I'm always up for a good scrap. Let's just be honest. Anyways, and Adam's crazy, so you better watch your shit. All right. Well, if you want to follow us, go to Game Rage Magazine on YouTube, where you can like, comment, and subscribe. Also, go to Game Rage Magazine on Instagram and TikTok. Game Rage Mag on Twitter/X. You can follow Adam and send death threats to him at AllCastNoTrashOfficial.
No.
It doesn't matter. Listen, Adam runs the Game Rage Magazine Instagram basically, and also AllGasNoTrashOfficial. So you send him to either one. He'll get the death threat either way. All right, you can send him whoever.
Blocked, reported.
Fucking A. All right, well that'll do it for us. We'll catch you guys on the fucking next one.